While you're clipping coupons to save 20 bucks, someone just walked away with $250 million of your money. And nobody's going to jail. Recently, Scott Bessent dropped a bomb on Face the Nation that the media tried to bury within 48 hours. He exposed how $250 million in taxpayer funds, your money, vanished through fake meal programs in Minnesota. But here's the part that should make your blood boil. The IRS Criminal Division, the same people who'll audit you over 600 bucks, started the investigation. That means this wasn't sloppy bookkeeping. This was criminal. And the establishment's response? We need more evidence before investigating. Yeah, because apparently a signed confession, witnessed by 3 Democrats and certified on video, isn't enough to start asking questions. Now, I don't care about your politics. Red, blue, purple, doesn't matter. What matters is the pattern they don't want you to see. They sell you the narrative that the government is here to protect you. Social programs, safety nets, institutional compassion. But here's the truth nobody talks about. These same programs have become the most efficient financial traps in modern history. Here's how the machine works. Step 1, create compassionate programs with taxpayer money. Step 2, funnel funds through organizations with zero oversight. Step 3, money disappears into campaign coffers and offshore accounts. Step 4, media calls any investigation racist or politically motivated. Step 5, nothing happens. Nobody goes to jail. And you know what the most diabolical part is? The more the system fails, the more power they ask for to fix the problem. It's a perfect cycle. Create dependency, divert resources, blame lack of investment, ask for more money, repeat. Bessent said something on that show that went viral for a reason. He said, "When you come to this country, you learn which side of the road to drive on. You learn to stop at stop signs. And you learn not to defraud the American people." Think about that. We learn the rules of the road before we even get our license. We learn to pay taxes before our first paycheck. But nobody teaches you how to protect your money from the very system that's supposed to protect you. Simple, right? But watch what happened next. The host immediately jumped to defend the accused. Not investigate, not question, defend. That's when you know the game is rigged. Now here's where this gets personal for you. W. Heil 250 million evaporates with zero consequences. The IRS is tracking your Venmo for $600 transactions. They'll garnish your wages for $5,000 in back taxes. They'll audit your small business into the ground. But $250 million in stolen funds? Let's not rush to judgment. Here's a number the media doesn't want you to know. 97% of large-scale public fund embezzlement investigations don't result in actual arrests. Let that sink in. 97%. Your paycheck disappears by the 5th business day of the month. But $250 million disappear without explanation and without consequence. The critics who watch this scene tell the real story. Why are Democrats never arrested despite mountains of evidence? The IRS investigates the poor over $100 but ignores $250 million stolen. They call it social investment. I call it theft. These aren't conspiracy theorists. These are taxpayers who finally figured it out. You're not a citizen, you're a piggy bank. And here's what the media does that's most insidious. They normalize this. They treat it as political complexity, as ideological differences. As if stealing $250 million were equivalent to disagreeing about tax rates. It's not. But something has changed. For the first time in decades, ordinary people, folks who work 2 jobs, who pay their bills on time, who play by the rules, are realizing the obvious. You're not crazy. The system is broken on purpose, because a broken system is more profitable for those who know how to exploit the cracks. All right, enough rage. Let's talk solutions, because anger without action is just entertainment. Here's the truth. You can't wait for the system to fix itself. It won't happen. Not in our lifetime. So stop playing their game and start building your own financial fortress. Here are the 3 financial moves that protect you when the system is rigged against you. Move number 1. Emergency fund in liquid assets, not banks. The system tracks dollars, So stop keeping all your wealth in trackable dollars. I'm not saying break the law. I'm saying learn what the wealthy already know. Diversification isn't about stocks. It's about jurisdictions. Physical gold and silver that don't ping government databases. Bitcoin as protection against currency debasement. Self-custody, not exchanges. Tangible assets. Land, skills, tools, things that hold value when paper burns. Your first goal? Have 3 to 6 months of expenses outside the traditional banking system, in assets that nobody can freeze, censor, or confiscate with a click. Move. Number 2, zero debt. Zero debt equals zero leverage they have over you. When you owe nothing, you fear nothing. No car payments, no credit card balances, no mortgage if possible. The system hates this because debt is control. They want you one paycheck from disaster because desperate people don't ask questions. Every dollar you owe is an invisible chain. And while you're tied down, they're free to do whatever they want with your money. Financial freedom doesn't start with investing. It starts with debt elimination. Period. Move number 3, forbidden information about real negative interest rates. Learn what they don't teach in schools. How the Federal Reserve actually creates money. Spoiler, it's not backed by gold. It's created out of thin air, with a computer keystroke. Why inflation is a hidden tax on your savings. When they print money, yours is worth less. It's pure math. But they call it economic stimulus, so you don't realize they're stealing your purchasing power. How government contracts funnel your taxes to connected insiders. Minnesota was just one example. This happens at all levels, every day. The real reason they want you financially illiterate. Because knowledge is the only weapon they can't confiscate. And here's the most important concept nobody talks about. Real negative interest rates. When real inflation, not what the government publishes, is at 8%, but your savings account yields 0.5%, you're losing 7.5% of your money every year. Just by leaving it in the bank. They call this security. I call it legalized theft. Look, I know this video won't change the system overnight. 250 million is probably already gone. The people responsible? They'll probably never see a courtroom. But here's what can change. You. And here's the part you don't want to hear, but need to. If you don't act within the next 72 hours, you'll lose opportunities that won't come back. Not because I'm trying to sell you something, but because inertia is the system's favorite weapon against you. They're counting on you watching this video, agreeing with everything, and doing nothing. Don't be that person. You can stop being the victim. You can stop playing a game where the house always wins. You can build a financial life that doesn't depend on their honesty, because we've already seen there isn't any. Scott Bessent went on Face the Nation and said the quiet part out loud. The machine tried to shut him down in real time. But the video went viral anyway, because thousands of people saw themselves in that story. Thousands of people who worked 2 jobs while watching their money vanish into programs nobody can explain. The system is bleeding. And for the first time in decades, regular people are noticing. Don't waste this moment. I'm light. If this opened your eyes, hit subscribe, because they don't want us having this conversation. And if you know someone who still thinks the game is fair, send them this video. See you in the next one. They count on you not knowing. Now you know.